Okay, we're back for quiz 48. Before we start, we're going to get some of the top scores from last week. Billy's not long in the hospital, so he hasn't done last week's one. He's still recovering, but he'll catch up. John and Dawn got a 21 for the previous week, and for quiz 47, they got a 28. Josie and Bill got a 24, Jane and Davey got a 23, Stevie and Rita got a 28, and Jerry Smith got a 22. All our lower ones, too many to read out, but they're only read out the ones who got over 20. And the top scorers this week was John and Dawn, well done, and Stevie and Rita, we had 28, so it was well done. So we're going to go on to round one, and it is, let's see what was the thing about. We'll start off this one, then we're going to go on to the music round for round two. So, what did the Romans call the Greek god Hestia? Okay, so what did the Romans call the Greek god Hestia? Start this off with a hard one. Number two, in the book The Cat in the Hat, the cat's hat is white, and what other colour? Okay, in the book The Cat in the Hat, the cat's hat is white, and what other colour? Number three, what was the name of the dog in the title of a Stephen King film and book? Okay, so what was the name of the dog in the title of a Stephen King film and book? Number four, Sherlock Holmes wore which type of hat? Okay, so what type of hat did Sherlock Holmes wear? Number five, what nickname was given to the Ford Model T, the first mass-produced car? Okay, so what was the nickname given to the Ford Model T, the first mass-produced car? Number six, what's the name of the trophy you get for winning the Rugby World Cup? Okay, so what is the name of the trophy you get for winning the Rugby World Cup? And number seven, Neapolitan ice cream is named because of its origins were thought to be from which city? Two questions running into one there. Neapolitan ice cream is named because its origins were thought to be from which city? And the last one of round one. She published romance novels under the name Mary Westmacott. Okay, so she published romance novels under Mary Westmacott. How was she better known? Okay, if you want to pause that and go back on some of them, I'm going to give you the answers, and then we're going to move on to round two. Okay, answers to round one. Number one, what did the Romans call the Greek god Hestia? Vesta. In the book The Cat in the Hat, the cat's hat is white, and what other colour? Red. And what was the name of the dog in the title of a Stephen King book and film? Cujo, C-U-J-O, Cujo. And Sherlock Holmes wore which type of hat? Deerstalker. And what nickname was given to the Ford Model T, the first mass-produced car? It was the Tin Lizzie. And what's the name of the trophy you get for winning the Rugby World Cup? It's the Webb Ellis Cup. The Webb Ellis Cup. And Neapolitan ice cream is named because of its origins. It's said to be from which city? Naples. And she published romance novels under the name Mary Westmacott. How she better known? Agatha Christie. Right, we're going to move on to round number two. Get their scores down. Right, I made this wee one up here during the week, and this is called Names and Music. I'm looking for a name in music, or I'll give you the name and you tell me who sung it. So it's people's names. Who sang about Betty Davis' eyes? Okay, so who sang about the Betty Davis's eyes? Who was the singer? Should do well in this round. Some of you should get 6 or 7, hopefully. Number 2, according to the Monkees, who was so serene he had a TV in every room? Okay, according to the Monkees, who was so serene he had a TV in every room? Okay, the Supremes, Diana Ross and the Supremes, they sang about this guy, and it's his full name, first and second name, and the title of his song. There's not many songs that has somebody's just the full name. Like, I don't want to give anything in case I've got one of these in the thing. I have. Some people has a name like Betty Davis's eyes, Betty Davis eyes, but not many people has just the name like in a song called like Betty Davis. It's not called Betty Davis, it's called Betty Davis Eyes, but there's only a few songs that has full name titles and nothing else, just a name, if you know what I mean. So the Supremes sang about this guy, the full title of his name and the title of the song. So what was the guy's name? Number 4, this actor was in the title of a Madness hit. This actor was in the title of a Madness hit. Number 5, Bananarama said this actor was waiting. Bananarama said this actor was waiting. Number 6, don't forget now we're looking for names. Number 6, this girl was found at a dance by somebody looking for romance. Okay, this girl was found at a dance by somebody looking for romance. Number 7, this guy was waving goodbye from a plane as he was flying off to Spain. Okay, this guy was waving goodbye from a plane as he was flying off to Spain. Who was he? Some of these names there's only one name, some of them have 2. Okay. Number 8, she died in the church and was buried along with her name. She died in the church and was buried along with her name. Okay, get them answers down. If you want to go over some of them and rewind that, because it's not live, I can't ask you again. You can't ask me and they ask again. So here's the answers. Number 1, names in music. Who sang about Betty Davis' eyes? Kim Carnes. And according to the Monkees, who was so serene he had a TV in every room? Mr. Green. That's from Pleasant Valley Sunday by the Monkees. Mr. Green, he's so serene he's got a TV in every room. Right, number 3, the Supremes sang about this guy, full title of his name and the title of his song, Nathan Jones. You called the song Nathan Jones. And this actor was in the title of a Madness hit. It was Michael Caine. My name is Michael Caine. And Bananarama said this actor was waiting. Robert De Niro. And this girl was found at a dance by somebody looking for romance. It was Barbara Ann by the Beach Boys. Went to a dance looking for romance, saw Barbara Ann. This guy was waving goodbye from a plane as he was flying off to Spain. It was Daniel by Elton John. Daniel. And she died in the church and was buried along with her name, Eleanor Rigby. That's the first 2 done. Get them scores down. And we're going to go on to round 3. Round 3, number 1. Which month is said to come in like a lion and go out like a lamb? Which month is said to come in like a lion and go out like a lamb? Number 2. Which Derbyshire town is famous for its church with a crooked spire? Which Derbyshire town is famous for its church with a crooked spire? Number 3. Which sport has its headquarters in St John's Wood, London? Which sport has its headquarters in St John's Wood in London? Number 4. The inspiration for which children's book character died in April 1996? Okay, the inspiration for which children's book character died in April 1996? Number 5, finish off this saying. All's fair in love and... Okay, so you can finish off the saying, all's fair in love and what? Number 6. What do Sylvester Stallone and Madonna have in common? What do Sylvester Stallone and Madonna have in common? Number 7. Who did Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon become better known as? Who did Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon become better known as? And the last one in round 3. In which US city would you find the Liberty Bell? Okay, in which US city would you find the Liberty Bell? Get them answers down. If you want to go back on some of them, I'm going to give you the answers to round 3. Number 1. Which month is said to come in like a lion and go out like a lamb? It's March. Which Derbyshire town is famous for its church with a crooked spire? Chesterfield. What was Chester? Chesterfield. Which sport has its headquarters in St John's Wood, London? Cricket. And the inspiration for which children's book character died in April 1996? It was Christopher Robin Milne, A.A. Milne's son. And finish off the saying, all's fair in love and war. And what do Sylvester Stallone and Madonna have in common? They've won the the Raspberry Award, the Golden Raspberry Awards, or Razzie. Stallone's got 10 and Madonna has 9. He's the most male for the award and she's the most female that has the 9 of them, and he's 10 of them. Who did Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon become better known as? The Queen Mother. And in which US city would you find the Liberty Bell? Philadelphia. Right, let's go with the last. I'll see this one first. Okay, we're going into round 4. What's another name for the wildebeest? What's another name for the wildebeest? Number 2. What word goes before glove, trot, and hound? Which word can go before glove, trot, and hound? Number 3. What was the real name of the Elephant Man? What was the real name of the Elephant Man? And 4. Gemma Jones became the Duchess of where? Gemma Jones became the Duchess of where? Number 5. Which word can connect the singer Enya, the Wombles, and Venezuela? Which word can connect the singer Enya, the Wombles, and Venezuela? Right, number 6. Whose last words were, "Thank God I have done my duty"? Whose last words were, "Thank God I have done my duty"? 7. In which month is St. David's Day? Okay, what month is St. David's Day? 8. This could be a wee tough one for some of you. Denmark Street. That's not the one down the state, down the Shankill estate. Denmark Street in London is probably better known by which nickname? Denmark Street in London is probably better known by which nickname? Okay, get the answers down. I'm going to give you the answers out. Don't forget to let me know how you did on, because I'll give out the top, probably a top 10 answer. Anybody gets in the 20s gets a mention on the next week's quiz. See how it's done. Number 1. What's another name for the wildebeest? Gnu. What word goes before glove, trot, and hound? Fox. Foxglove, foxtrot, and foxhound. What was the real name of the elephant man? It was John Merrick. Gemma Jones became the Duchess of where? Wasn't Cambridge, it was Duke Street. The Duchess of Duke Street, a TV programme back in the day there. And which word can connect the singer Enya, the Wombles in Venezuela? Orinoco. Orinoco flow. Orinoco from the Wombles in the river, or Orinoco River in Venezuela. That's Orinoco. Whose last words were, "Thank God I have done my duty"? Horatio Nelson. And in which month is St. David's Day? March. And London's Denmark Street is probably better known by which nickname? Tin Pan Alley. Okay, that's Tin Pan Alley. Okay, get them scores down. And I'm going to give you round number 5. Welsh actor and singer Wyn Evans is the voice and face of which company? Okay, the Welsh actor and singer Wyn Evans is the voice and face of which company? Number 2, in ancient Egypt, during mummification, the brain was removed through which facial opening? In ancient Egypt, during mummification, the brain was removed through which facial opening? Okay, Greece. Remember the film Greece? In Greece, the two rival gangs were the T-Birds and who else? The two rival gangs in Greece was the T-Birds and who was the other gang? Number 4. Which TV programme would you have heard your starter for 10? And which TV programme would you have heard your starter for 10? Number 5. The first product introduced by Heinz in the 19th century was which type of sauce? The first product introduced by Heinz in the 19th century was which type of sauce? I'm just looking here, I've got this, should have a replacement for this one. I've asked this the wrong way. I should have put this one in the last round and the other one in this round, so because you'll get this one now. What is the Golden Raspberry awarded for? Okay, what is the Golden Raspberry awarded for? Number 7. What was the name of Boyce's wife in Only Fools and Horses? What was the name of Boyce's wife in Only Fools and Horses? I'm going to give you a choice of 4 answers in the next one. It's a sporting one. What was the last Olympics? The year of the Olympics was, did East Germany appear as a country? Okay. What was the last time East Germany took part as a country in the Olympics? I'm going to give you them and you can tell me which one it was. Was it the 1980 Moscow Olympics? Was it 1984 Los Angeles Olympics? Was it 1988 Seoul Olympics? Or was it 1992 Barcelona Olympics? Okay, so when was the last time East Germany appeared in the Olympics as a country? Was it 1980 Moscow, 1984 Los Angeles? Was it 1988 Seoul? Or was it 1992 Barcelona? Okay, get them answers down. I'm going to give you the answers. Don't forget to let me know. Try and let me know, preferably by text or email or WhatsApp or Facebook or somewhere. Okay, number 1. Welsh actor and singer Wyn Evans is the voice and face of which company? Let's go compare. In ancient Egypt, during mummification, the brain was removed through which facial opening? It was the nose. In Greece, the two rival gangs were the T-Birds and who else? It was the Scorpions. In which TV programme would you have heard a starter for 10? University Challenge. The first product introduced by Heinz in the 19th century was which type of sauce? It wasn't tomato sauce, it was horseradish sauce. Horseradish. And what's the Golden Raspberries awarded for? It's the worst films and the worst actors and actresses. And what was the name of Boyce's wife in Only Fools and Horses? Marlene. And when was the last year that East Germany took part as a country in the Olympics? Was it 80 Moscow, 84 Los Angeles, 88 Seoul, or 92 Barcelona? It was 1988 Seoul. I would have thought it was the late 70s or something. It was 88 in Seoul. Right. Hopefully Billy will be feeling better next week and get on to the quiz again. So we'll see you all next week, and don't forget to let me know how you got on. Have a good weekend.